almost need a Guns N' Roses scream right there.
Right where?
Right here. I can't do it, but
Oh.
I think we need it. Let me see my...
I think I did it one time.
Did you?
Your new toy? Dave's got action figures.
I'm going to put them on my microphone. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm doing. Stick them right here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, see?
It's beautiful. Everything's beautiful.
It's fucking beautiful, man.
All right.
We're back.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Orange Men Podcast. Dave and Clinton here with you. The first episode of the evening.
Correct.
In our relentless pursuit of the truth.
Pursuit. What are you, fucking Biden?
Had a
You having
couple-
trouble reading the teleprompter over
I had
there?
a couple beers earlier.
Couple.
Relentless pursuit of the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth as we see it, as we say it, whether you like it or not. All right, Clint.
What's up?
Let's get into this.
All right.
What a
What a 2 weeks, man. What a 2
fucked up
weeks since the
couple
last
weeks.
time we were together.
it's
We had
been-
the Iowa. That was the week before. And then this week was New Hampshire
New Hampshire. Yeah.
primaries. Then you got Vegas this next week, Nevada. And then on to South Carolina, where Joe actually kicks off his campaign. So, should be fun.
All right. Actually, we should probably do some Joe Biden clips then. What do you say?
Nah.
No?
I was just running it down.
Oh, I was trying to do a segue.
Oh, go ahead.
Segue into
You got them
something.
ready?
I got them up. I'm ready to go.
All right.
But let's talk about the primaries real quick since you started it.
Right. So what do you think? Ron dropped out. He's pausing.
Well, I think all those guys,
Vivek was the first one.
yeah, and I think they should have never got in, and they should have supported Donald Trump right from the beginning. But a lot of these guys think they're going to win by not telling the truth. See, no one's telling the truth about January 6th.
Right.
Nobody.
Mm.
They're all afraid to talk about it because, I don't know, it's damaging to their... Because as soon as you talk about...
Which guys? Who do you
everybody.
mean?
Like, you look at Fox News, and...
Yeah.
Because I listen to Fox a lot because I have satellite radio, and I'm in the car a lot, so...
Right.
And January 6th was a setup.
Correct.
And no one's talking about it. And I hate to tell you, people out there, but Trump's right. He's 100% right. And the more you guys hate him, I look at guys like Joe Scarborough,
Right.
Velshi, all these dirtbags that are nothing but human debris.
Yeah.
The more they hate Trump, the more they go after him, the more indictments, the more prosecutions, the more accusations, the more you throw at him, the more I like him. And the more his supporters are going to get behind him. They're creating this monster. I don't know if they know it or not, but they also need Trump.
Right.
Because they can't do what they did in 2020 unless it's a guy like Trump.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think there's I think because what happened too, I don't know if you heard this, I think it was late yesterday, where the GOP's like, listen, you're the guy. Kind of like what the DNC did with Joe. Like, we're not having anybody. And Trump said, no, I want to go through.
Right.
Because I want the people to see, like the guy in New Hampshire, there was a GOP strategist from California. He was in New Hampshire, and he's the Never Trumper, part of the Lincoln Project, and he's behind Nikki Haley. Like, he's pushing her, and he's like, look at all the votes that she got, because people are waking up to the Trump's not that great. And it's like, I think he had 132,000 votes. 132,000 votes, which was more than what he got in 2020. So, because I think it was like 124,000 votes in 2020. So it's like, okay, you're trying to say, well, more people are voting for Nikki Haley, who we've seen the videos, we know who actually voted for. But
yeah,
Trump,
they're trying to make his victory look like a bad thing.
Yeah, you're leaving out the part that he had an historic, numbers from 2020, and then he he added another 12,000 votes, 1,200,000 votes, whatever, 12,000 votes on top of it.
Yeah,
from the last time. So you're lying to the people.
Of course, that's what they do. That's their job.
And the
mislead, misinformation.
It's not like where PA, like you have to be a registered Republican. There is no switching yet. I mean, Josh Shapiro hasn't done yet. But there is no, you either a registered Democrat or a registered vote or Republican, and even if you're an independent, if you're registered as an independent, you don't vote in the primary.
Right.
Because that's just how they do it here in Pennsylvania.
Well, the only reason why they're backing Haley is because they want to keep Donald Trump on his heels.
Right.
He can't focus on the general election if he's busy fighting her for the next how many months.
Yeah, but he's it's not even a fight because I think her biggest donor dropped out too. Like I forget, it's like Huberman or something like that.
Yeah, but she's not going to go anywhere.
I know that. It's just
she's a shill for the Democrats.
Right.
And quite frankly, if she did get the nomination, the Democrats wouldn't care.
No, that's why you see people like Joy Reid. Again, if I see certain people talking about you, I'm out.
Yeah, I want them even more.
If Joy Reid's talking about you, saying, "Well, look at what she's a fighter. She's a brown." Now all of a sudden, Nikki Haley's a brown woman. Like,
right. When did that happen?
Wow, because she's Indian and she claimed that she wasn't allowed in beauty pageants because nobody knew where to put her when she was a teenager. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Where do they come up with this stuff?
Exactly. Well, it's made up fucking wordplay. Fucking
DEI is killing this country.
Mojo. So now it's like, well, like I don't get it. I hope she doesn't have a shot anyway.
Well, she's a swamp rat, just like the powers that be, that the deep state,
right.
The ones who really run this country,
right,
will take Nikki Haley.
Right.
They probably would take her over Joe Biden.
Well, I don't think
she's going to do the same thing.
Right.
You think she's going to stand
She's not
up
going
to
be
any of this?
Joe, and it's not. I don't know if we're going to come out en masse to vote for her.
It's a win-win for them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a win-win.
Right.
Donald Trump is the guy who exposed this whole swamp. He's exposed the corruption, and they got to take him down no matter what. And they got to vilify him and demonize him.
Right.
Listen, is he perfect?
No.
No, he's far from it. But, here's a guy who's a billionaire. I don't know how much money he's got, but I don't know. If I'm 77 years old.
He's $83 million.
Less richer.
As of at this moment. On the books, it hasn't really been paid out.
I know,
yet,
and the glee that.
That's what I'm saying.
But here's a guy who doesn't need to do this.
Right.
He doesn't need it. He could be golfing. He could be on the beach. He could be banging his model wife. I mean, there's so many things this guy could be doing.
Right.
He could be building his businesses. He can be making money. He could do whatever he wants. But he wants to serve this country, and he wants to help this country because he knows where it's headed. He sees it. He's part of it. He was part of that cabal.
Yeah.
He was an insider when he was a Democrat. And he turned away from it.
Well, because they went that way.
Yeah.
And that's what he saw. He's like, and not only that, like he saw, like, he couldn't let Hillary Clinton win. And that's why, I know we talked about it like in the very beginning, like when Joe started, like that's why everything's so sped up now because they're behind. They're behind those 4 years where Trump wasn't supposed to win. She wasn't supposed to lose. Now they got to catch back up for their 16-year plan that they had between Barack and Hillary. And then, who knows what's going to happen the next 4 to 8 years? Like, it's going to be hard to turn it around unless we get, like,
it won't. If we don't get Trump in office,
a mass. It
will not turn around.
A mass fucking group of people that, and listen, I debate. He didn't lose in 2020. They told us he lost. You know what I mean? Like, we all saw it.
I saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah, so we don't. The news told us on Saturday, like, hey, looks like Joe won. So
yeah, and I'm tired of hearing these fucking douchebags on Fox News. Oh, Trump lost. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Stop. They're so. Everybody's
just because
so
they
afraid.
keep saying it again.
Yeah,
it's
come
they
on.
just like whatever. But going back to the primary stuff, so it's not. There is no second chance. Like there is. It's either this guy or again. The country's. I mean, it's already. I just. When I see these politicians and I see a bunch of people posting them, and we posted a bunch of stuff with Nancy Pelosi, and they're like, well, people are doing great. Where? Again, what am I missing? People aren't.
What do you think about this the Kerry Lake thing? Who recorded that conversation?
No, she did. That was like an in person. It wasn't a phone call.
Right. So
they were together.
So that's the deep state doing its job.
And
she exposed it. That should be on every news media station.
Well, she should release whatever
on
else too. Even though the guy resigned, she should release whatever else she has because whoever came to him, now he didn't give the names, but she, well, you don't want to mess with the, and it wasn't even like it's because they didn't want her to run as a senator for Arizona.
Right, but how many people have taken the money?
You think AOC didn't take that money? You know what I mean? There's probably a bunch because that's how they do it. That's how it gets done. And that's why, like, it's for people like for Kerry Lake to do that, like, it takes, like, if the GOP doesn't, and that was part of the problem in 2022 here with Ronald McDonald, where she didn't fucking,
McDaniel.
Whatever, Ronald McDonald with the GOP, she didn't back the right people because that's not what the GOP wanted. They didn't want these people to win.
Right.
So like they
didn't want these people to win so they can blame it on Trump.
The outsiders that did win, they're like, fuck. And those are the people that are like speaking up in Congress now, the House and the Senate that that weren't supposed to win, that the GOP didn't back. Like, well, here's how it works. You got to play ball with us. If you want to be on these committees, if you want to do this, you have to play ball with us. And listen, I know it's not in your best interest of your constituents in this state, but it really benefits this state if you help us out and back this bill. And we'll help you out and back your bills or we won't.
It's corruption. 100%.
Well, it's all pay to play, and it's
That's corruption.
No, I know it's all backroom shake hands deals, and it's not in the best interest of the people that they're supposed to be representing. It's
we're $34 trillion in debt because of this nonsense.
Right.
It's disgusting. Who do you think his VP pick's going to be?
Well, I don't know, and I don't know how much. I mean, I don't know how much longer you can wait. What you said, Lee Zeldin, right? That was the guy running for governor in New York.
Yes, that's one of my thoughts. But I'm leaning towards Kerry Lake.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it. It's not even because she's a woman. She's a fighter.
Well, she's got integrity.
Yeah, Kristi Noem, again, not because she's a woman, but she did good. She didn't shut down her state at all in North Dakota.
Right, South Dakota. Yeah, right.
I need
people with integrity who are going to fight back against this corruption. I need people, it's a dangerous time for people with character
morals
and morals. Yeah, it's a dangerous time.
And people that are willing to fight back and like she said, if we don't fix this time, like we've been saying, we're not going to have a country.
Mm-mm. Well, we'll have one. It just ain't going to be anything we're used to.
Right.
It's going to be Canada. It's going to be, we'll be lucky if it's only Canada.
Well, I mean, even like people are calling him out.
Worse.
Like he has no business. Like I know the last time, Mr. Wonderful, because he's Canadian, he called him out. He's like, he has no business running a fucking candy shop.
Right.
Now he's running our country, and he's like, we have the most natural resources. We don't use it. He's like, we could be not in debt to other countries, but we choose to fucking not. We choose not to use, kind of like here. We choose it.
Well, we don't choose it. Our leaders.
Well, the administrations and the Congress and everybody else who has been around for decades, running this country into the ground, and it's definitely like this primary season is going to be a big deal, and I hopefully it's like every time it comes around to where, I mean, they had to write Joe Biden's name in New Hampshire from the win because they don't want him to lose to Marianne Williamson, who was actually there and on the ballot. Like,
Yeah.
that's how, like, they're either real confident with this guy or they don't care. And they can change in a moment's time if they really want to. And there's a lot of people that feel that that's what's going to happen with the Democrats. They're just going to bring in, Mike.
No.
Nah?
By the way, guess what?
That's not gonna happen. So let's, as promised, let's go through some of these.
Well, these are Joe. Again, this is him at the White House, but a lot of stuff he's doing out on the campaign trail again, and it's like I thought these were old clips, and it's not. These are new ones, but I thought they were like of him running, in 2020, talking about the same shit that he was like.
Well, he can't be because he's not in the basement. The video's not in the basement.
Well, some of them.
Did you see his granddaughter coming out saying that that's not him? That he died 4 years ago?
Well, I believe it.
And that's his twin brother?
Well, there is Trump that said we took care of him. He got the shot, and everybody's like, the shot. He got the shot. Remember, we caught them all. We caught you. That's not Joe. He's even said it. I don't even know.
Remember when they were taking bodies out of the White House? Remember that video?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was probably Joe. He's gone.
He's been going.
This is Beau Biden. What was his brother's name? They said he had a twin brother. I don't know.
His brother's Jim Biden.
Yeah.
He's another, they're all fucking clowns.
Corrupt clowns.
But here he is in the White House with his speeches about the cultists that we are.
Yeah, I'm a cultist.
Well, he's just talking in general.
Okay.
And by the way, guess what?
What?
They said, you're spending all that money. Guess what?
What?
That's money saved. Billions of dollars the federal government does not have to pay. Billions and billions of dollars. That's a fact. By the way, how much it cost to make that insulin the guy invented didn't want to patent it because he wanted it available for everybody. How much it cost to make it? $10. T-E-N. Package it in every way, add all the costs you could possibly think, another $2, maybe $3. And then charging $400 for it? Come on, man.
Come on.
No, I'm serious.
He's serious.
Yeah, so wasn't that what Trump was doing? And then he nixed it, and then he comes in and goes, well, here's what I did for you. Like, it was already done.
But isn't that creepy the way he's talking like that? Billions and millions of dollars.
But that's what I'm saying. He was running on this insulin thing in fucking 2020 and 2022 for the midterms. He was talking about this. Like, what else is new? What else you got?
Well, did he do anything then?
No.
He's been in office for over 3 years. Did he do anything about it?
No. And the reason why insulin's been $400, where were you in Congress? Where were you for the 8 years when you were vice president?
Do you know why insulin's $400?
You didn't want to do anything then?
Do you know why insulin's $400?
Why?
So this fucking clown can make money. So all the people in Congress can make money. So they can come in poor and bankrupt and leave millionaires. That's why it's $400.
Well,
because the pharmaceutical companies are in the pockets of these people.
What's NVIDIA? That stock blew up after Pelosi just made probably like $100 million off of it because they knew something was going. I forget what happened with it.
Anywho,
as Joe would say, anyway, here's the deal.
Beer brewed here. It is used to make the brew beer. It is defined. Oh, Earth Rider, thanks for the Great Lakes. I wonder what it's called.
What are you laughing at?
I don't even know what he just said.
What did you just say?
What did he just say?
The beer brewed here is he was sipping the taps.
Hold on.
He was laying on
Beer brewed here. It is used to make the brew beer. It is defined. Oh, Earth Rider, thanks for the Great Lakes. I wonder what it's called. What did you just say?
I have no fucking clue what the guy's talking about.
Well, he's at the Great Lakes, so maybe they used the Great Lake water to make the beer brewed there.
Okay.
And that's why the beer brewed here made by the
Americans have filled 16 million new business applications since I became president.
Wow. Really?
What does that mean?
It's something probably historic because everything that has happened in the last 3.5 to almost 4 years has been historic. It's been a first.
You know what? It is historic. I hate to tell you.
What's that?
It's historic corruption. is what it is.
Like he's just making up some number. How do we? Where's this number? Where's it at?
In his mouth.
Do you know that
people said the blood of liberty? Or excuse me, the tree of liberty is watered with the blood of patriots. Well, guess what, man?
What?
I didn't see a whole lot of patriots that are out there walking around making sure that we have these weapons. Well, and if you really want to worry about the government, you need an F-16.
What?
Yeah, see, he said that again. You don't need an F-16. Go after the Afghanistans.
Afghanis.
The Viet Cong. Who else?
Need an F-16.
The cartels. I mean, they're waging a great war. I mean, what are we? 84, 94, 2004, 2020. We're on 40 years of the war on drugs. They don't have F-16s. Right?
True.
I mean, shit.
Embarrassing our government. The Houthis don't have F-16.
Right.
Look what they're doing.
They're not scared of the Navy.
No.
They're not scared.
Hell no.
Guy riding around in a fucking fishing dinghy, running his boat into the side of a destroyer. Like, take this. Here's our rocket. But it's the same shit he was saying in 2016.
A resolution passed. Everybody thought it was nuts. Said they were going to build a railroad from Riyadh all the way to England, going underwater. Now with the railroad with pipeline through, it's going to go from Riyadh to Saudi Arabia to Jordan to Israel to so on and so forth.
Okay. What?
Instead of the underground railroad, it's the underwater railroad. He's talking about a gas pipeline, but he doesn't know what he's talking about anymore.
Well, we might as well have an underwater railroad. Makes perfect sense.
And I think, like, I guess we'll see what the actual turnouts turn out to be and when Joe's on the ballots in some of these places, because hopefully,
guy's going to win the general by a landslide.
No,
he's going to get 200 million votes. The most. He's going to get 100 million more votes more than there is voters.
I mean, even the ads now, it's like, I know you posted on your one thing. It's like, bring American manufacturing back to the United States. Well, you were talking about that in 2020. Why haven't you done it yet? Why isn't it here yet? You've gotten rid of, manufacturing. You've shut down pipelines. You've done, you've sent, like, you're not for the unions. You're not creating 16 million new fucking job applications.
They just endorsed the gun that's going to kill them. They endorsed every nail in their coffin.
Yeah, I don't.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. He's looking to send all these. First of all, he wants to get rid of the internal combustion engine. So what are the auto workers going to do then when everything goes to China?
Right, because they're still making it.
Yeah, well, everything's going to China because China's in the pockets of all these politicians.
Correct.
These politicians are making tons of money. Look at the Biden family alone.
Right.
Look how much money they made from China. Joe is making his decisions based on what Xi Jinping wants.
Most likely.
Xi Jinping's running this country. He's running the show. Him and Putin. They're running the fucking show. And those mullahs in Iran. They're all running the show. We're just the bitch.
Right.
The strongest country in the world is now the bitch. And these fucking blue-haired pansies prancing around the streets complaining about DEI and gender equity,
right,
are going to be hung.
Yeah, they
not by the MAGA extremists, but by the people they support.
Well, it's like we
They're
said,
stupid.
We'll be gone. You know what I mean? We'll be someplace else. So it's bring American manufacturing back to America, or bring manufacturing back to America. That's what he's running on. The fear tactics of the extreme right is what he's running on. The abortion issue is another thing. Like, why it's not healthcare. Listen, if it was the healthcare part, nobody cares about the healthcare part. That's not the part that aggravate people. It's the abortion part. That's what aggravates people.
Yeah.
It's not, hey, I need to go in here and get my health care or my wellness check.
It's not a baby.
We're for that. We're for that. But when you're talking about just, pulling babies, up until they're born because you don't feel like having it at that moment anymore, that's the problem. But they're using that as, like, again, why, in your day-to-day routine right now, if that's what's you're causing you to vote for this guy again, you're crazy. You're crazy.
Yeah.
And what I forget the other fucking. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. Trump's the bad guy. Can't have Trump. That's the bad guy. You can't what new policies have you brought to the table? What's benefiting the country? What's going on? What are we doing here that people are like, I can get behind that. I can get behind this. You're fighting states that want to close down the border to allow more illegal immigrants in. For what reason? What reason?
I don't know.
No,
Makes no sense to me.
We know.
Well, I mean,
But
AOC, we'll talk about it in the next episode. But
No, I know.
AOC was talking about the solution is to naturalize them. That's the solution.
Yeah, but there's a way to go about it. You can't just have an influx of 10 million people that we know about.
No, but this is their game. This is their game plan.
I know.
Let them across. Fight for naturalization.
Because they don't care. They're living in fucking Washington, D.C. or wherever else they're trying to live.
Yeah, for now.
Because they don't care. They don't care about the people. AOC is going to be like fucking Nancy Pelosi, 87, and she'll be in fucking 2020 fucking 90. She'll finally be like, vote for me. While fucking...
a multi-trillionaire.
Yeah, exactly.
Stupid.
50 years Pelosi's been in fucking... Ronald Reagan called her out in fucking... in 1987. Like, she's dangerous to the fucking Congress. And yet, here she still is. And you blame Trump for fucking 4 years. You have these same people voting for themselves, lining their own pockets for themselves. Decades. Look through the list of the people that have been in Congress. Decades. And you know what, too? There's the obscure people like that don't really show up. And you're like, wait, this person's been in there for 30 years?
Yeah, well.
Because they're just hiding. They're like...
well, they're going to forgive my student
loans.
loans.
I'm from but it's like I'm from a small state and I'm just sitting under the radar like Bernie Sanders. I mean, the dude's been there forever too. Like...
yeah, but when you indoctrinate people for generations...
right.
You drug them for generations, and then you tell them you could take care of them. You can sit... if you vote for me, you can sit home and play PlayStation all day.
You're right.
And if you get hungry, you don't have to go out and go shopping.
Right.
You can call Uber Eats,
Instacart.
And you don't have to go work. Why would you want to do that? We'll give you universal basic income.
Right.
And all these fucking pathetic lumps are like, yeah, give me that. That sounds great.
But even like going back to that 16 million new job, like whatever company, whatever you said, applications, like first, all that's going to do is create more tax revenue for them. And let's say out of the 16 million, how many are actually going to survive whatever business that they're trying to start up?
What are you talking about?
Illegals? No. When he said we have 16 million new
applications,
like corporation applications that came in this year. Like out of that, how many do you think are actually going to make it?
15,999,999 are going to fail because they're going to bankrupt them.
Right.
Because they're going to overregulate them and overtax them. Do you know what it costs to make an iPhone in China?
I saw the video, so yes.
$10 fucking dollars.
Right.
$10 fucking dollars.
Right.
And what do they sell for over here? $1,500?
It depends, yeah.
Come on.
More or less.
You want to say come on, man? That's when you say it.
Right.
But are we ever going to make Apple make their stuff in this country and pay people a decent wage? No. Of course they're not going to do it. Because these guys won't make money off it.
Wait, is Apple an American company? Is that American manufacturing? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I'm saying, are you going to...
Where's most of our steel from, Dave? We're in the heart of fucking steel country here.
Yeah, and all the steel mills are closed.
You can't tell me that...
China.
You can't tell me, again, that the Rust Belt that Trump fucking blew away in 2016, again, then voted for this guy? Scranton Joe?
Yeah, I know. Well, we know the election was...
No, I know. I'm just bringing it back. Like, American manufacturing, yes, you're right. We should build here. We should create stuff here. We should have the infrastructure of stuff that's being built here, made here.
You should go when you when you push the button for Biden, you should get an electric shock. And it should say, "Are you sure you want to do this?" That's what should happen.
Like the shock collar.
Yeah. Think again. Oh no,
You're right. I didn't want to do that. That was an accident.
Yeah, sorry about that. Let's rethink my position here.
D-Bone.
All right. God, man, I
got a migraine from all the Joe.
I know I can't take it.
You got to vote 2024 for Trump. Now more than ever.
It's our only shot. And I've been screaming about it for 4 years.
Your only hope, Trumpy Juan.
Trumpy Juan Kenobi. Donald Trumpy Juan Kenobi.
I hope that he, like, his I don't know, his vice president pick isn't a letdown. Like, I hope it's somebody that everybody can get behind.
Yeah, I hope it's not another fucking swamp creature. It's got to be somebody who's been fighting.
Pence was pushed on him, so.
Yeah, well, he made a big mistake on that.
Nah, we got it. We understand.
But he's learned.
Right.
He's learned, and I trust him. He's the only guy I trust. Not with me. I trust him with this country.
Right.
Because I can't run the country. I got to trust somebody, and he's the only guy I trust. I mean, I would trust myself. I could definitely run the country. We got to start putting people back in their place.
Right.
You know, we don't do that anymore. We used to let kids touch hot stoves so they fucking learn. Now it's like,
don't touch that. You sue the stove company for it being hot.
Yeah.
And your dumbass kid touching it.
It's unbelievable where we are. Right. We're so pathetic. And I don't know. I mean, I know there's enough patriots out there that can fix this, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. You got some plugs because we're running out of time.
Official Patriot gear, 10% off. Link in bio. Reaper Apparel Company, 15% off. Link in bio. Redcon 1, 20% off. Get your supplements, pre-workout, muscle builders, all that kind of good stuff. And My Patriot Cigar, 15% off. Orange Men at checkout. Thanks, everybody.